Let me make sure. Okay, nice. Alright, welcome back. We are set. We are set to set sail. So this is now what happens. It opens up a PC interface whenever I launch it. Whenever I'm gonna launch it, I think. So I was thinking of doing side stories for some times now. Data collected 12%. Huh. I don't know if this master volume is actually connected to my actual PC volume. Unsure. But let's get to it. Let's continue what we started initially. It's apparently a game within a game. Alright. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Why would I need that hint? Alright, I think my voice is perfectly warmed up. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things we do anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse? Why that's all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sari nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down, lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the classroom. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I gave up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Ah, I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in the book. Yuri, tell Sonolander to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough. It's fair enough retribution. Ah, did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Did I? No, I did not play this part. I was a bit confused. I thought I did play it. Okay. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. But it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You are right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Oh, how do you mix that? Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she could even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Oh, damn. Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Wait, what did she say? I didn't read that. Restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally... Hold on, it was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oh. Sayori suddenly helps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Maybe. Oh my god. You are going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite over her own cookie. When do we get to the poem part? I can't read all this. Yours look good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you suddenly just do that? Mouthful Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. That was a nice trick. I never tried that. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oh my god. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Now I can imagine Monica being one of those people who talks fast and very clearly. I can do that. Monica Monica just club over her boyfriend after all? Oh wait, I think no, I read that right. You're so strong-willed, but boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ringing at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play sometimes for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sonolander. Monica smiles sweetly once again. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. What is that? I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. I mean, how big is it? Yori is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Sonolander! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from another classroom. Want to come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica, we're gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Why do you need crayons? I thought you're in high school, right? You should have like more fancy painting stuff. But I'm not here to judge, even though I did. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Sonolander to get supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. I can agree with that. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find a poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Sonolander? Yep, let's go. Oh damn, we are actually outside of the club room. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Are we in second floor? Yeah, it looks like we're in second floor because these windows wouldn't be here, right? Just a guess. Or at least not the ground floor, you know? Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yup. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Sonolander, you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem. Peom, like, between my feet. The last remaining flower beckons to me. That's actually weird. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what end have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the one prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sorry. How do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Eh? You meanie. I'm working on super hard on this, you know? Ah, I know. I just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Ah, don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, I'm so excited. This festival is going to be so much fun. We're still in the hallway? Sayuri spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Sonolander, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayuri like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. That's the same feeling I get when playing this game, you know? There's a snake in my boot. Oh my god. Yep, there's a snake in my boot. Alright, we're back. As the years went by, I began to hold myself in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayuri brings about a special source of feeling I forgot I had in me. Ah, this is the classroom. The two of us entered the classroom. Sayuri heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayuri puts a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayuri starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Kya? Sayuri bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. Oh my god, just how excited are you? Even I don't get excited like that even after a coffee break. She falls to the floor and the crayon spills all over her lap. Ow! You okay? My forehead! Sayuri clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayuri. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayuri is sitting on the floor, I grab her by waist and pull her out of the closet. Can I look at the closet? Like, can I see how big the closet is? You have to move your hands, Sayuri. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. That's the crayons? Ah, come on, that's like how many colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the packet says 24. Okay, anyway, whatever. Sayuri slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her Nani? I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Jesus Christ. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Sonolander. Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drinks would do? You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like this. Looking like a unicorn. Even winching from the pain, Sayuri makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder and run out the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. Well, I would have picked up a Pepsi. A Diet Pepsi. Alright. But I know Sayuri likes apple juice. Yeah, I guess they don't sell carbonated beverage. So I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayuri. Ah, you're still back here. She has one palm on her forehead, using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they are already in the long spot where I spilled them. Before I spilled them. What the hell? Nani? Okay, anyway, sorry, here. I hand Sayuri the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sayuri opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayuri, what are you doing? It's just for your forehead, idiot. Ah, wait, is that the juice? Oh damn, that's an actual plastic bottle. I thought it would be a can. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayuri places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons. That's good. Hey, Sonolander. This kind of reminds me of you growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know how you used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You're kind of oblivious in some way. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. Oh, you know, I played some video games, so I got some real life skills from there. You know how it is. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. And oh, my bad. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. I'm really having a hard time reading this. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone find out. Even it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think about it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So anyway, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, it probably wouldn't have hit your head. Sonolander, I don't think you realize you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I really don't, and I really do this kind of thing all the time. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. Jesus. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even knew it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Sonolander, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll end up after college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing. So my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sari has a whimsical expression on her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Wait, is that what it's called? I didn't know that. I think it's one of those hair thing that I don't know about. Sari hops to her feet. Ah, she clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Oh, well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayuri out of the classroom. Sayuri plays with her bangs and tries to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was about to ready to start with sharing our poems. Eh, Sayuri? Your forehead? She's fine. Don't worry about it. I was playing with crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it right. Eh? Sari frantically glanced around herself. I forgot all of the stuff. Calm down, Sari. I have it right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Sonolander. Oh well, Sari. I failed to come up with an excuse for Sari. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Ah, okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on this poster tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayons box is closed tight, I return to my seat. Alright, I suppose we can start with someone who we haven't talked too much yet. Thinking of Yorick, because how wonderful her writing is. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Sonolander. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. You know you're new to this. I know you're new to this, so don't worry much. It seems like you can't get your poems to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphor can go a long way. don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Alright. Hold on. Let me put on my gamer mode. There. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. Snack, right? My attention was caught by a scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. An enticing beauty of my cutting knife. Oh, I think I lost the touch. Hold on, I'm gonna try again. The etching beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its pace and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic. Oh my god. Classic. Oh my. I can't read that. Oh. Classic. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Wait. Okay, so I did read it. Maybe I couldn't recite it properly. Can't say I understood everything that is here. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that it's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poems as canvas to express vivid imagery, conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it as face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. What are you, Team Cherry? I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in in my more unusual hobbies. In those sorts of things, I'm usually forced to keep myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Sonolander? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't come to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Alright, one down. This isn't even first day of today. Oh my god, hold on. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's go for Monica. Hello again, Sonolander. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I even can't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. You do spend a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. It's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and then too. It's not like unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or anything or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poems now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, this one actually is much easier to read. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, and endless. And endless, what is that? Euphony? Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, getting waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, shine. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, that's sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Lead me. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really even seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space where words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really lines really... Sorry, I was just looking at something. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. But this is a tip even worth writing. What have I been talking about? Haha, that's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Oh my god, like something's gonna happen? That was so creepy. That was like, it's more creepy. Like right now I'm like trying to find meaning in every sentences. That makes it extra terrifying. We go Sayori last. How do you say that name? Sayori. Gotta listen to some YouTubers to try that. Maybe a Japanese try that. Well, this is not really any worse than your last one, but I can really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew? What? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably one of the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Ah, glad to see someone recognize my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yes. Well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be one of those wavelength. Might be on one of those wavelength. But if you ever really struck me as her type, Sayori is a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Oh, that was a little unnecessary. But think about it this way. If it weren't for me, she would have probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever is it, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Alright, Amy likes spider. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spider. Itchy, wiggly, hairy, ugly, spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute shining voice. Singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound. The rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She is gross. The world is better off without spiders. Spider lovers. and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I thought I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people recognize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of a weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they are not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking their weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. The people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri is pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her on it or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. It feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. If she feels insecure and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say no. But even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing useless. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is very important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too. Look forward to it. Whose poem should you read next? Well, is that an option? Sonolander, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Yeah, I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are good too. I mean, so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the one who feels that way. So, no way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Wow. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just meant you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of a weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sari? I pat Sari's head. Hey, I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sari starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Sonolander, will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sorry, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when you go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sari hastily bends down to pick up the pencil she dropped. But being inattentive her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down to pick up the broken pencil. Sari clutches the desk beside her and supports herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. You need coffee, my dude. My friend. Let's sit down, Sari. Yeah. I grab Sari's arm and help her sit down at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh. Sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles! I pop up my scalp like the lit up cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all other bottles. Happy thoughts in bottles, all in row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Damn. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secret, hiding in nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottles and bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends looked through my front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottle that much? Okay. I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were all supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo inside my head. Holy cow. I guess I should try writing one of these. Maybe in my leisure. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in my touch with feelings lately. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good. You should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It helps me even understand my own feelings a little bit better. Oh, writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Ah, don't get ahead of yourself. Cyrus always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes me hard to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So if everyone could come and sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ah, do we really have to do something for this festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. This time I actually got water with me. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry too much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on poster. I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all. But that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. So, I'm out of breath. Cyrus putting it putting it on all the posters in anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sari, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? Didn't you? Okay, sorry, I missed it. You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. if we start the event and put on a good performance, then it will help inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we are all in this club today. Don't you worry to share with others. What? Don't you want to share with others? Okay. To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone and at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. The club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can recite your own poem in front of the club, then how do you expect to do it in front of a stranger? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebooks to a specific poem she has in her mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotions behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. And is this something she's done before? Or is it simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. Oh my god. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hand and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly to the podium. The poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she's practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed in her books. Her quavering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce, confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in structure that she... oh my god. Initiates with perfect timing. Right. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we are caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayuri hops out of her chair, cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah, sorry I giggled. Sorry, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys even do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you are reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayuri begins her poem. Somehow it feels her soft voice has made a perfect match. This poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayuri is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayuri's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayuri meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayuri finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayuri. Even Sonolander liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayuri. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where a sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little bit more force behind them, depending what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of timing thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. So you're supposed to say, okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make it go before Sonolander. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sonolander lower everyone's standard a little bit before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I just have to go with what I wrote today. Alright. I stand up and I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. This is something I can relate to. I've said it before. When I stand in front of a classroom and I look back at everyone, it's like 100 different eyes just closing and opening, pulse. I don't know, like teaming across the classroom, and it makes me laugh and nervous at the same time. Alright, on with the show. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about you. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Alright then. Let's just leave you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki, oh, holy cow, how do you read that stuff? Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you looking at me? Because you're presenting. Huh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a deep breath. Once she starts reciting poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. It's a little unenthusiastic. Her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feels like they bounce up and down as giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd never make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, I'm doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Yeah, right? Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you don't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making a pamphlet, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting it all in this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find some enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yup. Look at you two always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be nice though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sonolander, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Oh. So this is like I finally end the day. Oh god. Well, ending the day. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's been only few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how you get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of a question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Here's the thing. I can either act like the person who I'm playing as, or I can either act as myself. If I had to act as myself, I would probably say Sayori. That's the obvious answer for anyone. We barely know Yuri. We don't even know where she lives. But when it comes to the context of the player that I'm playing as here, maybe, just maybe I could go with Yuri. Let's say Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? She's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her in club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Sonolander. Think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. If she wanted it. So sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you sometimes. So sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Oh, that's just one day. And it has been an hour. How long have I been playing? 80 minutes. Let's save the progress. Wish I could take some break. Oh god. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Pleasure, happiness, disaster, incapable, destiny, determination. Oh, Starscape. Misfortune, music, giggle. Oh, games. Definitely games. Hope, clouds, infallible, portrait. Misery, massacre, suicide. Just getting a little bit dark here. It's like a cooking game. You put all these words into it, and you get to decide. extraordinary. Wonder who will react to skirt. Where's Monica? I'm gonna click one of these words and just keep an eye. I know she clips through here sometime. None of the words is catching up with Monica. Which word would Monica like? Whistle, bliss, wrath? Nope, that's not it. Excitement? That's not it. Twill? That's not it either. Alone? That's also not it. I know she clips through that minigame. Oh man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. Okay, we're gonna rush through this day 2, or the second day of today's stream. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check. It will appear I'm home alone. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I am back to suffer more. Just kidding. Okay. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano? Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Eh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of festival. It's a whole day of school where you're gonna play and eat all kinds of delicious food. It sound a bit like Saori all of a sudden. Monica, do they really have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Yeah, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Yeah? That's not how you... What does that mean? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Alright. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again? Ah, sorry. Don't mind me. You can go and talk to everyone else. Huh. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little bit off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I'm worriedly glance at Sayori before turning my back towards everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Modify if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for a festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who's shuffling through some papers at her desk. Sonolander, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way in what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Sonolander. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No, it's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know. Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe thing on her mind is you, Sonolander. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Yeah? She's been so much happier ever since you have joined the club. It's like an extra light has turned on inside of her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Sonolander. Have you thought that maybe you're always seen her so cheerful? Because that's how she is that's how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusion. You should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she's said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me to not worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much I do care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't you share our poems? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, who should I show my poem first? You know, Sayori would have been an obvious choice, but seeing how things are shaky and a bit dark, I think we should go with one of these two. I always go one of these two. We're gonna just go for Yuri. Well done, Sonolander. You have definitely improved your writing over the course of a few days. Has my advice been helpful to you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing our writing like this is a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember to thank Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. I guess I can't really I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. It's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun to getting to know everyone and their writing. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself, Sonolander? Eh? Well, you know, how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer, and even my opinions are just opinions, you know. As always, I believe that's most important. What's the most important thing is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. Okay. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing him in the some way or another. Eh? Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. Eh? For me, I have to become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to the sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking? Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poems now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of earth chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky, an expose of bliss, but beneath the grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest would to get lost in is one where everything can be found. Okay, yeah, get that. One can only build a sand castle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick your foundation until you give in, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squishes into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foaming tendrils. Turn back, and I abandon my pace to endure at the shore. Drift forward, and I return to earth forevermore. Oh my god, who writes this? Gotta save some screenshots to share on Steam. Okay. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that you say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I, well, it was amusing that we wrote something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted us to write something same topic as each other again. I suppose to be better compare the difference in our own writing style or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have particularly interested in her writing style. I just went with her request. But I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. It can be refreshing, you know. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I can agree. Thanks for sharing. Natsuki next. This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Eh? No, gross. It's not like I care. It's just one of those things in this club to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? It's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang here, even if I have to put up with you. Gah! I think this game has some slight issues. Connects with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt? Or maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me. It's like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the shining glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left long ago. In a way you thought had... What? Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Let's see you free in my windy sail. And remember the reason you're wonderful. When you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. What? I never can recite that last line properly. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. I don't know if I read that wrong, but I don't think that rhymed. Yeah. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's she's better not have said anything bad about mine. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write something about the same topic. I can really see her doing that too. Making us write about simple topics, then trying to impress me by coming out with something all fancy. That is not what Yuri said. Okay. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up kind of being metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At least, it was a good practice. We'll read Monica's last. This is our best one so far. It's really nice, Sonolander. Thanks. Sorry, been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Eh? Of course, everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want to nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Guys, this is an unpopular opinion, but I think I like Sayori this time. It's weird how I changed all those years ago. I think I completely neglected Sayori last time I played. Well, alright. Hey, Sonolander. Actually, I think it's because I watched Your Lie in April. That has to be it. Man, this just connects the dots, you know, the smaller dots. And over the time, the connection becomes so wide. You get the point. I'm still surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah, I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength of something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sorry? No, Sonolander. I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be much easier. Sayori! I glance around the room, make sure nobody has noticed this. Sayori, I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me, what will cheer you up? Sayori shakes her head. She sniffs and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Sonolander. Just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the club room, humming to herself. Wait, but I didn't get to read the poem. Alright, let's return. Hi, Sonolander. Have you thought of Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'll make sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, let's check out just take a look at today's poem. Sure, I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hand. It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems, Cyrus' poems, have been getting more and more similar each similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although you kinda grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing her much of her this past year. But since I joined this club, we've been spending a lot more time together again. I see. That reminds me. How about Cyrus being a little off today? Yeah, did she tell you something? Well, Sonolander, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do. All right, just making sure. I know how much you care about her, but it'd be terrible if bad happened to her. So keep an eye on her. Sarah's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you right now. All right. The Lady Who Knows Everything, an old tale of a lady who knows wonders earth. The lady who knows everything, a beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, all that I was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim of the currents of the winds. Day after day, I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the is that twilight sky? Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall and fall, and fall even more, gentle as feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only impossible. I'm not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. That's so metaphorical, so philosophical as well. You know, I feel like learning and looking answers sort of things give like meaning. Not to get too philosophical on anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about it. I see. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because we all because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't be really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone else. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Anyway, oh, hold on, I have to read that again. I think I found something. Two-dimensional creatures. Okay, I got tricked. I actually didn't notice that. Good one. Oh, is that like a hint that they are like a 2D drawings? Here's Monica's tip of the day. Are you ever shy to share your writings because you are too afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put up so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of telling you what your writing is, that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it. The things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way. And it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, we're all done studying poems, right? Why don't you start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. Catchphrase. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Even Yuri isn't immune to it. Straightening hair is common forehead. Okay. Straightening air. Stagnating. Okay, yeah, stagnating. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe? Like the only thing different is that Sayuri isn't here. It seems you're right. Sayuri always helps lighten up the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Atsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the time to not go home with her, you picked a time she's not feeling well? So much for you two all being too lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, it's kind of avoiding me today. I don't want to force it. Huh? This curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked with her earlier. Everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them, and different flavors. Can you handle all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all my poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. As for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Natsuki pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. Because I never get Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder. Hard on you when she's not around. That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should just make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing up, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Sonolander. The one who's truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I would mind a little bit help. Well, if you don't know how to bake a cupcake, there's always some dirty work I could give to you. As always. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Someone may not like around you if you make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suitable to assisting with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds like you're just making excuses for Sonolander too. What are you saying? It'll be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Sonolander to decide how he'd like to continue. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in. You little just said. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I'm just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Sonolanders, you're okay with this? Right? Anyway, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. Because I'm going with... How many options do I have? Sayori? Why is there Sayori? Why is Sayori? Let's save our game. Alright. Here's the thing. Sayori, right? I mean, if it's going to be anyone, then I'd prefer helping Sayori. I mean, we're already neighbors, and Monica said Sayori was helping her. Jeez, do you really hate us that much? No, sorry, I didn't mean for this to be difficult. I do have to choose between them. Well, You know, I really prefer spending time with Sayori if I do have to spend time. Let's do one of those judgment. You know, first of all we have Natsuki. Here's the thing, I have done the hangout event for Natsuki before. I've done that already in the last game. As for Yuri, I haven't done that. As for Monica, well, she's Monica. I have nothing to say about her. Also, so I have to choose between, so there's only two options left for me, Yuri or Monica. So Monica is very straightforward. I feel like her character has no, like, imagine if this was an actual normal visual novel where there's no fourth wall breaking trick and a difficult lore to for game theories to make a video about. So I think looking at it that way, Yuri is much more interesting because of guys, it looks like someone just rang the doorbell. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So as I was saying, I think Yuri is the best choice. Or probably be most helpful, useful, helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why did you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I was just saying, she'll be helping Yuri then, Sonolander? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bit of habit of overthinking this sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a bit sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Sonolander? Me? I guess I could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glanced between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Sonolander picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing I do for the event will compare that, so I get it. I'm kinda surprised at all. Why? I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know, I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't only the one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she's already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone must be far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she's tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciate it. I appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. I believe you. Yeah. I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Let's just get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realized that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way. Yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? Not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Sonolander. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you choose me because you felt bad or something. Wait! You don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason that you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the reason with the most common sense. I chose to help because that's what I can do. But Yuri thinks to herself an extremely tense expression. You're overthinking this. You wanted me to put out when you're overthinking, right? Eh? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I'm too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door. Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri going to be coming to my house on Sunday? Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. My anxiety shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of the school. Even she told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, Monica said this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. I'll just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Okay. With that, we're gonna call it a day. I completed 2 days. This should be the day 4 of this storyline. And we're probably gonna make a new save. So, with that, I think I have made some progress. Oh, but it has been tiresome. Side story? But there's more side stories that I'm unlocking. Unlocked some new pictures though. These were normals. Oh, new poems. So I can just read these poems whenever I want. And these are CGs. This is the new one. Oh, you can set this as wallpaper? Where's the one where she doesn't have the juice on her face? You have the classroom. The SketchUp side is second CG, but cut out and aligned with the angle of the background. because the backgrounds were first rendered in 3D. Some fine adjustments were required to make sure the 2D drawing of the character fit seamlessly onto the perspective of the scene. Oh wow! So you get some nice behind the scene details. A sketch page by David Evelyn to test and compare different hairstyle for Sayori. So David Evelyn was is the person who draw all these? Jesus. Oh, nice. You can you can set these as wallpapers as well. Neat and clean. New music. Oh, this is the slow version. Still waiting for that. Uh, the best song in the game, which is the what's her face? Uh, Your Reality by Dan Salvado. I don't know who did the voice work. Okay, we are done. We are finally done. Alright, I'll see you guys later.